Rose Bowl games tend to go right down to the wire, and that was the case on Wednesday afternoon as the Wisconsin Badgers and the Oregon Ducks went right down to the wire in the 106th edition of the granddaddy of them all. The Badgers ran 21 more plays, had the ball about two-thirds of the game, but too many mistakes. 9 penalties, 4 turnovers. The Badgers were a -3 in the turnover column, and Oregon made Wisconsin pay in a 28-27 victory out here in Pasadena. We'll get some player reaction. We'll give you a little taste of the events leading up to the game, including the pep rally, Lowry's Beef Bowl. Badger fans very well represented here once again in Southern California. And we'll also have a conversation with head coach Paul Chryst. All coming up on today's edition of the Badger Sports Report. As the kick is away, and it's in the direction of Cruikshank at the 5 to the 10, right side 15, outside the numbers 20, 25, 30. Cruikshank to the 40, there he goes, to the 50, down the sideline 40, to the 30, breaks it, tackle, gone! Aaron Cruikshank all the way, touchdown, Wisconsin! 95 yards to the house for Aaron Cruikshank as the Badgers return Oregon's punch with one of their own.
Felt good at the moment. Felt great, actually, just knowing that Oregon just scored, drove it down, and I just take that momentum right back. So just giving a little spark. Anything I could do to just have a little impact in the game, I'll do it.
You get a guy electric like that, in return, you think it can go any given moment. So you're always on the edge of your seat when he's back there. You don't know if they're going to kick it to him or not. You always think that they might not kick it to him because it's not really a good idea to kick it to Cruikshank. But I think the biggest thing is we just understand that he's a playmaker, and he sets us up with great returns, and then we have to capitalize on that.
2 receivers left, one on the right. Travis Dye is the running back on 1st and 10. Herbert to throw, and it is picked off, yes sir, by Wisconsin. It looked like that might have been Sanborn in there for the Badgers, and the Wisconsin will have the ball inside the 30-yard line of the Oregon Ducks, and it's Jack Sanborn coming up with the interception. From the Ducks 30-yard line, inside linebackers again creeping up. Travis Dye in motion, left to right, Herbert to throw, screen to the left, and the Badgers have it diagnosed. Jawan Johnson, the receiver, but Chris Orr helping lead the charge for a loss of 1 to the Oregon 29-yard line. Limping off a little bit, walking gingerly to the Oregon sideline. 2 receivers left, one on the right on 1st and 10. Play fake again, Herbert. Backside pressure, and down he goes. Eric Burrell gets to the quarterback. Little safety pressure. They'll mark at the 36 of Oregon on a loss of 7 yards. From the Oregon 36-yard line, 2nd down and 17. They go back on the ground. Verdell wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. And down he goes. Noah Burks with a tackle for loss inside the 35 of Oregon. They'll mark at the 34.
The guys put it out there, and yep, everyone knows football. It's did some things that make it harder to win, and we didn't overcome that. But appreciate this team a ton, and yet would like to have finished it obviously differently.
You can't expect to win versus a team against like Oregon with turnovers, penalties, special teams issues. So, I think that definitely just played a factor in everything. Not playing clean Wisconsin football.
They definitely capitalized on it. I had talked to them. There's a good team over there. Whenever you're playing a good team and you shoot yourself in the foot too many times, it definitely makes it harder and harder to win. But, at the end of the day, still need to find a way to overcome that.
Left side end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. It's popped loose and it's picked off by Wisconsin all alone. Here's Taylor. He's gone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Ferguson catches at the 40, 35-yard line. Makes a man miss. A big, big win for the Wisconsin Badgers.
The Badger Sports Report with Paul Chryst is presented by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Wisconsin Badgers. And UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
At Hy-Vee, we'll do whatever it takes to partner with the best Midwest ranchers and bring you the highest quality beef. Less than 10% of all USDA choice beef is even good enough to be called Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. And you'll save with fuel savers, price declines, and mega meat sales. We'll do whatever it takes to bring you the best tasting meat at the best price. Because we're Hy-Vee, and we'll do whatever it takes.
Winter in Wisconsin, it's a time for going all the way up and throwing down. It's a time for discovering something cool and gathering somewhere warm. Whether you want to spend winter inside, outside, or both, there's something for everyone in Wisconsin.
They are the ones who found a way to isolate a single prostate cancer cell hidden amongst a billion healthy blood cells. The ones pioneering advanced genomic testing in order to create personalized treatment protocols. They are the ones you want to talk to when the diagnosis is prostate cancer. They are the physicians and healthcare professionals at UW Health and the Carbone Cancer Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
The Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or L Directors Cup on Twitter. Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
Jonathan Taylor lines up to the left of Cone in the shotgun. Two receivers right, one on the left. Shotgun snap to Cone. He'll hand it Taylor, probing the right side across the 30. He's to the 35-yard line. Breaks another tackle and up to the 38. Troy Dye, the linebacker, brings him down at the 38-yard line, right at the first down marker. Two receivers to the left. Roshek is the running back to the left of Cone. Danny Davis in motion left to right. Shotgun snap to Cone. Four-man Oregon rush. Jack throws over the middle. End zone. Caught by Cephas. And he is in. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Jack Cone to Quintez Cephas as the Badgers take the lead with 11 seconds left in the first half. 7:55 left third quarter. 21-17 Oregon. 4th and 1 Wisconsin at the Oregon 45-yard line. The Badgers converted one 4th down opportunity in the first half. High backs, Cone under his center, takes the snap, play fake, looking, throws on the wheel, Taylor the catch, inside the 30, inside the 25, inside the 20, carrying defenders to the 11-yard line of Oregon. First down, Wisconsin. Cone to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
Hurt, disappointment, more so in myself. You feel like you let your teammates down. If you're entrusted in a leadership position, you feel like you let them down when you can't find a way to pull it through for them. Yeah, it's just it's a terrible feeling. This is the worst feeling in football, is to lose a game. And to know that it's your last time, it hurts even more.
You never want to end the season off on a loss. You always want to cap the season off with a win. So, especially in the Rose Bowl, if you get to the Rose Bowl, you definitely want to cap it off with a win. So, definitely an emotional moment in the locker room, when you have the final game of the season and you don't really come out of it with the win.
It's very disappointing, we just shot ourselves in the foot so many times. So this game is about momentum, and Oregon had the momentum at last time, and then you see it at the end of the game. So it definitely hurt.
I think it's a combination of that. It's a combination of the mistakes that you make. Not only people love to point out the turnovers, but it's not just that. Like we misfit some stuff on defense. You have the little things that people don't notice. When you're just watching the game. But I think it's a combination of them being a really good team and then us making mistakes as well.
It's frustrating whenever you move the ball down the field, you don't come away with a score or a touchdown. That's why the red zone is so important, and just in general, not turning the ball over is important.
We pride ourselves on ball security and not having those mental mistakes and dumb turnovers. So this one hurts, and it's going to sting for a long time, especially for me. But I know the person I am. I know how strong I am, and I can get through this. And I've been through way worse, and it hurts, and you don't even know. But I'm gonna be okay, and everything's gonna be good. We're gonna bounce back better than ever.
I mean, the offense, we didn't get what we wanted done. We shot ourselves in the foot a couple times, and I mean, it's over now. That's just the way the game went. The only thing to do right now is kind of use this as fuel in the off season, winter workouts, spring ball, summer conditioning, and then take it into next year.
I think there was a lot of not many expectations going into the season. If there were any, they weren't very good, despite how much we lost last year. But to be able to be a part of the senior class that led this team to the Rose Bowl is really big for the seniors, and it really shows what the heart that this team had.
I mean, it's sad. I mean, we all are really close and love each other, and it's tough to see him walk out like that, especially the career he's had here. You want to see him walk off with a smile on his face, and he's taking it pretty hard, so it's tough to see.
This is where great things happen, where technology and discovery beautifully intertwine with compassion and care, where patients with the most serious of conditions come for the most successful of treatments. This is where you'll find some of the brightest minds in medicine, changing people's lives for the better. This is UW Health. And yes, this is where great things happen. UW Health. Remarkable.
Winter in Wisconsin, it's a time for going all the way up and throwing down. It's a time for discovering something cool and gathering somewhere warm. Whether you want to spend winter inside, outside, or both, there's something for everyone in Wisconsin.
Inverted wishbone. Here's the handoff right side. Stocky to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Mason Stocky crashing off the right side of the line. And it's 23-21, Wisconsin. Another critical play. Another fourth down try for Wisconsin. Jack Dunn motions left to right. They'll give it to Dunn running right. How about that? First down, Wisconsin. Jack Dunn. Edgewood High proud at a first down to the 15 of Oregon. Everybody's set. Here's the snap. Connor Allen puts it down, and Larsh's kick is in the air, and it is good. 27-yard field goal for Colin Larsh, his second field goal of the day.
Another down-to-the-wire Rose Bowl game. They tend to be that way. Oregon gets out a 28-27 winner against Wisconsin. Paul, on a day where Oregon had 204 yards of offense. I know penalties, turnovers, but I think of your defense first in this game after Oregon's first touchdown drive. You guys really dialed in and made it tough on an explosive offense.
It really did. I thought, and it's hard to say that, right? But it's, certainly, like you said, the first drive, but we made some adjustments, and I think guys got a pretty good sense of it. And I thought we played really well in a lot of areas, and yet, football is a team sport, and I think you take a look at all three phases, did some really good things, but did enough that, if you're going to win a game like this, that you've got to not do or do, and certainly, the turnovers are a big part of this, the, penalties hurt us, and almost to the point where it's each one's tougher to overcome, and obviously we didn't.
Aaron Cruikshank was having himself a heck of a day. A 95-yard kick return, a couple of other impressive returns. You've seen this guy really grow during the course of the season, haven't you?
He really has, and I think it, and you know this from being around it, that it also fuels the other 10 on the team. When you know there's a chance for it to go, and it, I thought we did a good job of kind of preparing for it, and there's a lot of pride, taken by all those guys, and so many times. Been around football enough where they say, well, if you'd have gotten this block or that block, it could have gone. And you know what? AC obviously gives us a chance, but guys believe in it. And I thought we did a nice job of kind of knowing then maybe the response that we get from Morgan still having, good return. That's what hurt on the last one. We get the penalty, and now it's a touchback. I mean, that's something that has been a weapon. Those are the types of things that we made it a little bit too hard on ourselves. But obviously the first return was a huge play, for them to come down and score on us, but then to respond with that, it was big, and AC can give a lot to this team, and he's got to keep growing because he can give more than just kickoff returns.
I always thought, Paul, with being around your guys, watching from an arm's length away, there's the obvious sting of the result, but probably a sting too, knowing these guys, this was their last game this season playing together. That might sound corny, but it isn't. It's real with these guys, isn't it?
It's as real as anything, and I think that's why there's the elation when you do win your last game, because it is, it's the last time that this team is playing together, and when you don't win, it makes it that much harder, because there's guys that played their last game that mean a ton to this program, and not just what they've done on the field, what they've done for so many individuals in that locker room, and so there's a double sting to this one.
Yeah, there is. You mentioned the guys playing their last game, but there are a lot of guys with a lot of football left in them. You mentioned Aaron Cruikshank, Isaac Garindo getting out there. We saw what he did in the Minnesota game. That's kind of the tip of the iceberg, though. You got a lot of promising young guys, and maybe not, all not so young guys too, who have a lot of football ahead of them.
We do, and you've got to take all that you've learned this year and apply it in the off season. And last year we won our last game, but there was fuel from really kind of how the season went, and this year we did some really good things and some things that we have to learn from, every one of us, coaches, players, and if we do that, then we give ourselves the best chance. But you're right, we got a number of key players, good players, and guys that we're excited about that are coming back, and it's a well-deserved break for them. Right now they'll get a chance to go home for 2.5 weeks, and then come back at it, and the season starts over.
Yeah, they always talk about that, the journey of the season, and a lot of people think immediately it starts in training camp. It starts way before that. Soon enough, they'll be getting themselves ready for next year.
It really is, and when you look back at last year, if I were to reflect, and it's I remember Zach Bond came back, and it was before school even started, and there was a guy with a laser focus and purpose, and Chryst came back, and before we even had our first workout, met with the guys, and so there is no doubt that the season starts in January, and we'll have, I think it's 7 kids that'll be joining us, and then we'll get another group there, but it's that's why I think this break is important for them. Get a chance to go home. They've been through a lot and appreciate what this team has done. Obviously, would like for the result, the ending of the last 2 games to be different. But I appreciate what this team did, and you know what? All of us that are returning, you got to learn from it, and learn from the good, and learn from the things that we can improve upon.
It's a heck of a season for the Badgers, a lot to shout about and a lot to look forward to moving forward. Stay with us, more to come as the Badger Sports Report continues.
There is a boy who likes tractors and trains, a boy whose heart was far too strained. He was sick, you see, with a heart that broke. His heart needed fixing, his family needed hope. Enter our doctors with their newfangled tests. Enter our teams whose care is the best. Healthy and happy, the little boy's back, playing with tractors and trains on his track. UW Health and the American Family Children's Hospital. Remarkable.
At Hy-Vee, we'll do whatever it takes to partner with the best Midwest ranchers and bring you the highest quality beef. Less than 10% of all USDA choice beef is even good enough to be called Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. And you'll save with fuel savers, price declines, and mega meat sales. We'll do whatever it takes to bring you the best tasting meat at the best price. Because we're Hy-Vee, and we'll do whatever it takes.
Playing in the granddaddy of them all means a lot more than just the game. The Badgers arrived in LA on Christmas Day and stayed busy the entire week. From working on the practice field to having fun at Disneyland.
It was my first time at Disney, so just to have that experience, I feel like a little kid again.
That was a lot of fun, just to experience that with all my best friends.
To eating at Lowry's Beef Bowl.
1, 2, 3, spin. They pulled me aside. They told me like right as we were walking in that I was going to do it. And then I went out there, did a few practice spins, and I was nervous that the bull was gonna like fall out, and the salad would go everywhere. But I think I executed it, pretty well.
I'm gonna wear this in my kitchen every time I cook, and if I make something for anybody, make something for my parents, my brothers, or my fiance, if they say anything, I'll just ask them where their outfit is, and then that'll handle the debate. I'm official now.
And why not throw in bowling as well? They thoroughly enjoyed their pre-game week in Southern California.
It's been a great week. It's been a lot of fun, with all the events and everything that we've done and all the places that we've been able to go to. That's the reason why it is the bowl game that it is.
It's definitely going to be one of those experiences, I'm going to look back on for a long time, everything we've done so far.
When you're doing those events, Coach always talks about be all in, have fun, enjoy them. That's why you're here. You've earned the right to be here. And then when we step in between the line, then you can kind of switch that focus and be all in it there to prepare, because in the first, you still have to be able to play your best game on the first. So I think that's just the biggest thing, is kind of letting loose, kind of not forgetting about football, but just really being in the moment when we're doing those all-field events and, really having a good time.
And for the Badger fans who made the trip, how about the star-studded pep rally at LA Live?
Everyone that's ever grown up playing football in the Midwest and in our league or the Pac-12, you dream of playing in this game.
I got so much pride. I wear my gear around the facility all the time. I love Wisconsin. I am Wisconsin. I'm from Wisconsin. This is who I am. No one can take this from me.
It was the parade that started it all for the Tournament of Roses, and for the 131st Rose Parade, we'll go from one university to a couple others. A student-designed and built float from Cal Poly.
In my head, I like to think this is our Olympics, or this is our final test. So once we start getting closer and closer, you start getting the nerves, and you just got to keep pushing through it, because this is our moment. We're the only student-built float here, so it's like, I feel like sometimes we're the little guy.
And finally, no need for me to toot their horn, because the UW band does it way better than I ever could. Reporting from the Rose Bowl, I'm Jay Williams for the Badger Sports Report with Paul Chryst.
Winter in Wisconsin, it's a time for going all the way up and throwing down. It's a time for discovering something cool and gathering somewhere warm. Whether you want to spend winter inside, outside, or both, there's something for everyone in Wisconsin.
The Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or L Directors Cup on Twitter. Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
The Badger Sports Report with Paul Chryst is presented by UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
So the Badgers conclude the season 10 wins and 4 losses, their 4th trip to Pasadena in the last decade and the 10th all time. Obviously a tough pill to swallow in the end, but a lot of great things happening for this Wisconsin team. Regular season trophy games all going Wisconsin's way, the Freedom Trophy, the Heartland Trophy, and I think most importantly, Paul Bunyan's axe returns to Madison in a Badgers victory against Minnesota at the end of November. They look forward to next year, and for the rest of us, we look forward to turning our attention back to Wisconsin basketball as Greg Gard's Badgers jump back into Big Ten play. We thank you for watching.
At Hy-Vee, we'll do whatever it takes to partner with the best Midwest ranchers and bring you the highest quality beef. Less than 10% of all USDA choice beef is even good enough to be called Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. And you'll save with fuel savers, price declines, and mega meat sales. We'll do whatever it takes to bring you the best tasting meat at the best price. Because we're Hy-Vee, and we'll do whatever it takes.
They are the ones who found a way to isolate a single prostate cancer cell hidden amongst a billion healthy blood cells. The ones pioneering advanced genomic testing in order to create personalized treatment protocols. They are the ones you want to talk to when the diagnosis is prostate cancer. They are the physicians and healthcare professionals at UW Health and the Carbone Cancer Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
Progress is an endless challenge. Here at the University of Wisconsin, we're a community of innovators in constant motion. We think on our feet, connect with each other, and hit our stride, pushing past limits. Progress is an endless challenge, but it is only those up to the challenge who change the game.